Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is on the Gacha Goblin, and today we are going to be talking and showing what people have suspected to be Silus's veggie, okay? So, this has a whole story to it. We're gonna try to break it down as easily as possible, as digestible as possible, and prove why some people think it is Silus, and prove why some people think that it's not Silus. So after this conversation, I want you to make up your own decision, and go ahead in the comments and leave what you think it is down below. Alrighty, everybody, let us get started. So, where do we start? First and foremost, we have to show you the original post, or at least the original photo of the so-called veggie. Now, if you don't want to see veggies at all, I suggest that you click away now, because I am going to show what this is. But again, I don't really think it is personally, but hey, there's always a small chance. I don't think we need to worry, but here we go. Alrighty, everybody, here we go. So this is what everybody is talking about in terms of, oh my god, that's Silus's third myth. Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation point. So this photo here is what everybody is thinking is the veggie for Silus's third myth. However, when this was released last week, it was actually marketed or explained that it was actually a leak or a veggie from Infinity Nikki. Now, very interestingly enough, a lot of people have been talking about this and kind of like giving their own 2 cents, especially those who are experienced in rendering 3D things and all of these different things. So it's a lot of people from the communities of both Infinity Nikki and also Love and Deepspace kind of putting in their 2 cents and being like, hey, this is why it's like this. This is why it's like this. It's very actually interesting, and I'm really happy that nobody is being mean or they're fighting or they're doing unnecessary things on it. It's genuinely a conversation, which I am very happy about. Okay, so a lot of people think that this looks like a Nouvellette character. Nouvellette is a character from Genshin Impact, which if you see this character, it's pretty spot on. Like, this is, I don't know if it's gonna make it big. Okay, so this is Nouvellette from Genshin Impact. He has the whole cane, he has the long coat, or like the long like clothing, and the long hair, and like the little coif to the side, like the side, I don't know, like slick back side, and then like a long piece right here, which is similar to this little photo, except the outfit is completely white, with probably gold accents here, or light pink accents. I don't really know, but people are genuinely thinking that this is a veggie for Silus. Now, how come it was debunked as not a veggie for Infinity Nikki? Well, Infinity Nikki recently came out with an update where they entered a new region, and everybody was like, oh, this must be an NPC for Infinity Nikki. And everyone was like, oh, but he's not in the trailer, then he must be a character in Love and Deepspace. So that is the shenanigans of where everything started, but there is actually really interesting conversations happening in comments section, happening in different little posts and stuff, and we're gonna go over those right now. Okay, so a lot of people actually thought that he also looked like this character from Shining Nikki, which is Mercury. His name is Mercury, which, to be perfectly honest, I think that the hair matches pretty darn spot on with that character that they're talking about. So maybe it's not a character that's going to be released anytime soon, but maybe it is still an Infinity Nikki veggie here. If this is somebody who is existing already in the Infinity Nikki world, then it is possible that this character will come down the line for those players. But because there was no... Here's the biggest point, like this is the biggest point of contention. There is no word from Infold about, you know, the disclaimers and the things that we use to verify if something is actually a veggie or not. And we're gonna get to that point, but a lot of people are like, oh, that's Silus, oh, that's not Silus, oh, and then you have this person here saying, why are we all in the comments lying to ourselves? That is Silus myth veggie. I play Infinity Nikki, and that does not look like it came from the game. This reminds me of the Emperor New Clothes, where people are not seeing what is right in front of them. So I don't know how long this person has been playing in the Infinity Nikki universe, because if people who know the game and know the franchise know that this character exists, then they would maybe assume that this character is that Mercury guy. So I don't know, maybe a new player to Infinity Nikki? Possibly. Now, if we continue down the line here, we have some people saying, let's see, where was it? People are saying, again, looks like Nouvellette, looks like Infinity Nikki, and all of these different shenanigans and all of those different things. So this was the post that came out last week, okay? Now, let's move on. And there are some people now who believe that it is, you know, Silus. And there's this one user here who basically said, no, it can't be Silus. There's only one note about it on Red Note, and the official Lads account hasn't posted the traditional comment, this is unverified information, please don't spread misinfo, blah blah, we are investigating, yan yan yan. So that's why I only 10% believe it's Silus, which is where I stand too. I don't believe that this is Silus, because if this was Silus, Infold would be freaking out right now. To be perfectly honest, the fact that these posts still exist on the internet, the fact that if you look it up, you can still find it, and if you actually Google search this image and you drop it into like the Google Lens and you ask for like the exact same photo and whatever, it'll give you a long list. Here, I'll show you guys. Let's go to Google. It'll give you a long list of the exact same photo, and I'm sitting here and I'm just like, there's no way this would still exist if this was truly a Silus, you know, veggie. Okay, so here we go. I put the image into Google search, and then I'm doing visual matches, and then you can see exact matches for this particular photo, and you see how many of these copies still exist. Like, it's on Facebook, it's on Weibo, it's on Korean servers, it's on Twitter and Reddit. It's everywhere still. Like, this photo is everywhere still, which means that Infold is not making an active like movement to taking it down, whether it's for Infinity Nikki or whether it's for Love and Deepspace. So I do not believe that this is actually from either game, which is very interesting. So going back to that one post here, let's see. Don't read what follows if you want to avoid getting your hopes up or down, depends on your expectations. So the rumors are saying that the Silus myth might be vampire themed. The whiteness of the outfit, OG dark, and Silus and Caleb in white, which is the opposite colors of their second myth. So that's a theory people are coming up with. The hair color and the length, the taint of the skin. I don't know what the taint of the skin means. The cane and the scepter, the face shape, the thin traits of the face, especially the nose and the long strong indications of supposedly Silus. However, I blurred the picture of Orin, who's a different NPC in Infinity Nikki, and you can see that it could be from the same game too. It's not the exact same engine as Love and Deepspace, but it could be an NPC from it. So this is the other character. And actually, which is very, very interesting to know, if you go into the comment section of this particular post, there's actually somebody here that said a blurred photo of this particular NPC was suspected to be third myth of Caleb, which is really funny. And I'm like, hey, that is very interesting. So then people are like, oh, but the characters, they don't look the same, the finger shapes don't look the same and all of those things. And that was actually, I guess, minorly debunked, because this person was like, that's true, but cutscenes from the game of Infinity Nikki, the rendering looks slightly different. So this is like the rendering of Giovanni in Infinity Nikki, which looks a little bit more realistic. Let me see if I can up the quality here. So there, it does look a little bit more realistic, and I would say that it kind of does match, you know? I guess this is when Giovanni was found to be a bad guy. Man, he was such a beautiful character. Anyway, I guess they're made in 2 different engines too, but hey, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. And then we have this particular artist here who got an anonymous question, like, how can you be so sure the veggie isn't legit? Like, genuinely, the more I look at it, the more I'm convinced. And there are a lot of reasons that this person says, and actually they reiterated it here. So this photo here is actually a genuine veggie that came out during Raphael's myth before it actually came out, his 3rd myth before it came out. And if you look at the rendering on this, it looks very realistic as opposed to like different games. And even the point that they're making here is the cutscenes and also just the static images of the love interest look very similar. Like, they're pretty spot on and they're very detailed about this. Like, look at the hair in the cutscene and look at the hair in a static photo. Whereas if you look at a game like this, where the rendering is still very, very clear, the cutscene looks like this, where the hair looks very, you know, hair-like, and in-game it actually looks like this. So they're saying that the photo of that character, or where did I put it? The photo of this character, the rendering might look a little bit different, might look a little bit more different in game, because they're like, prove to me why you think that this is not a character or this is a character from Infinity Nikki. They're saying that this is probably a cutscene, like this screenshot is probably a cutscene, because the renders in the actual game when it's active, it looks different. So hopefully that makes sense. And then we have here also Aurora, who says, how does LAD support usually react to major veggies? Because when screenshots of people spreading the specific image and saying it's Silus was forwarded to CN support, they were chill about it and just said don't believe such easily fabricated images. There is nothing official about this, don't worry. This was days ago and they've done nothing about it. Of course, I know they can't confirm anything, but I feel like they wouldn't just dismiss it and let other people keep spreading it if it was real. So this is why I'm so sure that it's not Silus, like, whatsoever, because again, they didn't give that disclaimer. They didn't give that disclaimer over on XHS, over on Reddit, or anywhere. It's still being spread. It's still being talked about. The fact that they haven't gone on their little witch hunts and took things down proves to me that it's not Love and Deepspace, because if it is, they're really on top of it. Like, I think here we have Mihi Mihi saying that they made disclaimer posts to different veggies or different theories that were going around in the community, and a few examples were during the spring banner, when the full veggie was released, and there was a full veggie for the spring banner. It was all of their headshots. It was like I think the card leak itself, like the full visual of the card, they did panic and shot the poster. Even during the Veiled Whisper rerun veggie rumor, they tried to debunk it. They had the little disclaimer again, and the supposed idol multi will be spicy, one veggie 2, where they tried debunking it again. They posted that little thingy. So they post a lot of stuff, guys, and they like to specifically take down the ones that are specifically related to the game. This hasn't been taken down at all. Clearly, it's still everywhere. So I'm very much on the side of the boat where I'm like, it's not Silus, guys. It's not. It's simply not. It simply cannot be. And if it is, my goodness, that would be absolutely insane. Maybe they're changing the tactic of how they handle veggies, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what your comments are down below. Do you think that this is a Silus veggie? Do you think that this is something that we should actually consider? Or is it not? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I think that'll be a fun discussion. Okay, alrighty everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lynn the Gacha Goblin. If you like this video, leave a like down below, and if you want to hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And what else? Should I tell you to click on an emoji and leave it in the comments? Sure. Leave a leave a red car emoji in the comments down below if you've watched this far into the video. Alrighty everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.